Hey you guys, what's going on? In this video we're going to learn how to create these beautiful travel tour cards, and it's going to be a very good practice for those who want to improve their HTML and CSS skills. If you find my video useful, please like and subscribe my channel and leave a comment to support me. Thank you so much guys, and let's start. Right now I'm going to start I'm going to create my project. So I'm going to go to this new folder on my desktop, and I'm going to open terminal and type code point. So here I have my VS Code, and I'm going to create an HTML file, index.html, and then let's create a style.css, and then let's create a folder called images, and I'm going to bring these 4 images inside this folder. And guys, I actually deployed this project on GitHub, and I put the link in the description. So if you want to have these exact images, and even if you want to have the source code, you can go to that link and get these photos, or you can just download your own pictures. It doesn't matter. So I go to my HTML file and create an HTML snippet. Travel tour cards is my title. I'm going to link my CSS file. And let me start my project using Go Live. I hope you have this extension. Very good. And let me copy this link. I wanna run my project on Google Chrome. This is it. Very good. So let me test my project to be sure that it is working correctly. Sorry. Well, I can just use this, Windows 11 gives us this beautiful option, so I can use it. So I'm gonna say hello world, and my application works correctly. Perfect. Now let's go for Google Phones. You can write here Poppins. That's it. You can write here Poppins, and let's go for Poppins. Here we can click on this get font and get embed code, and copy this code. You should paste it inside the head tag. I'm gonna paste it above the link, and I'm gonna write here fonts. This Control V. That's it. So, and this is my CSS file. So this is the title, and now let's go to box icon. You can write box icon usage, and then open this link, and you should find this one, import the CSS. Yeah. So I'm gonna paste it under the fonts. I will write here box icon, and I will paste it right here, and that's it. I think we are ready to start the project. First things first, let's create our HTML structure. So I'm going to create a section here called city tours. So this is a section. I'm gonna give it an ID of tours. Inside this section, I'm going to create an h2, and we're gonna call it our city tours. And under that, we create an h3, which is actually like a subtitle. And, or you know what? Let me make it h1 and h2. And you can find our top tours right here. So this is the subtitle, and under these titles I'm going to create a div. This div should have the class of tour container. So this is actually the element in which we put all of our tours. I'm going to create another div with class of tour item. So now we're gonna create an image, and I'm gonna go to images and choose the first photo, which is London. And now let's go for a div with tour text. Inside tour text, I'm going to create a NH4 and or H3, and I can say 7 days in London. So this is the name of the tour, and I'm going to create a P with lorem ipsum, so we can see they are added as well. And let me check, this is the text. All right, now under the text I'm going to use a div with the class of price, and inside price I'm going to create a p tag, and this p tag is going to be well, a number. It should be actually the price. So I'm gonna write $5,300, for example, or I think maybe the dollar sign should be at the beginning. It doesn't matter. And now let's go for another div with class of stars, and let us go to box icon. I'm gonna open boxicons.com, and I'm gonna look for stars. So I'm gonna be careful, you have to choose font. I'm gonna copy this I tag, and I am going to paste this I tag 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take a look. Perfect. Now we have our tour, picture, title, and paragraph, and then we have the price and stars. All right, now let's close this tour item. I'm gonna create a comment here, tour item, and I'm going to copy and paste it 4 times. But let me just write the information. By the time I'm copying these, I'm going to change the picture from London to Munich, and let me write in the title, I'm gonna write 4 days in Munich, and the price should be, for example, 6,420. Now let's go for the next one, which is gonna be New York. So I'm going to erase this and replace it with New York, and I'm gonna write for the title amazing journey in New York. Let's go, and the price should be 3,000 or 3,300. Let's go for the last one. The picture should be Paris. It's gonna be 5 amazing days in Paris, and we're gonna make it 400, I don't know, maybe 7,200, sorry, 7,200. That's it. Now we have all our divs, and as you can see, they're all here. Now we have to start styling them. I'm gonna go to my CSS first. You should make sure that you linked your CSS file. I did it already, so I'm going to go to CSS file. With this asterisk, I'm gonna give a margin 0 to everything, padding 0, and box sizing is gonna be border box, and text decoration none, list style none. That's it, and we're gonna select the body, and we will give it a padding of 0 and 15%. So from top and bottom no padding, but from left and right it should have 15% padding, as you can see. Now this looks like this. And let's go for the font family. It should be Poppins. Now, very good. Now I'm gonna have to make my Google Chrome a little bigger because I want you to see the whole page. So I'm going to start selecting my IDs and classes. Here I have this section with the ID of tours, so I'm going to select it, tours, and I'm going to give it a width of 100% and a padding of 0. Sorry, you don't have to give the padding. Margin top of 200 pixels. And let's go for tours, H1. All right, now let's give this, let me make it smaller again. But when I want to just justify the cards with each other, I'm going to make it bigger. So this H1 should be font size should be 18 pixels, and font weight can be 500. Very good. And let's go for tours. Tours. We have our, I think we have our tours and tour item and then image. Yes. So let's go for tour item and image. So it's gonna have a width of 100%. It's gonna have a border radius of 8 pixels. Now you see, now it's 100%, so you can, it fits actually in its parent element. And we're gonna give it a filter, brightness is gonna be 70%, so it gets darker, as you can see. Now let's go for tours, and let's go for tour container. Let me erase this one. Let me go up above this tour item and write tour container. I'm gonna give it a display of grid. Nothing happens for now. I'm gonna say grid template columns should be repeat, auto fit, min max. Let's give the width 250 pixels and a height of auto. Now if I make, sorry, it didn't, I made a mistake, definitely container tours. There's an S here needed. Tours and tour container. Tours and tour container. Did I? No, yeah, that's it. So as you can see, now they are justified next to each other. I'm gonna give a gap for them to have a space between them. I'm gonna give a gap of 10 pixels. So let me make this bigger again. So as you can see, now there's a gap between them. You can give more gaps, for example 15. It's also possible. And then let's go for, let me give this tour item, I'm going to select the store item here, let me think, yeah, a position relative, and then I'm going to select the store item. And if you remember, we had inside the tour item we had a tour text, which is this one. So I'm going to select the class and I'm going to put it right here. So tours, tour item, tour text, I'm going to give it a position of absolute. Now I'm going to give this a bottom of 23 pixels. So now you can see that it came up, and I'm going to give it a color of white and a padding of 15 pixels, a transition. I'm going to tell you why. later I'm going to do that. So now, as you can see, this text is now inside the picture because the parent element has the relative position and the child element has a absolute position. So when we say bottom 23, it means you should have 23 pixels space from the bottom of this parent element. All right, and I'm gonna now select this tour text. Now inside this tour text we have an h3 and a p tag. Let's style them. I'm gonna say h3 should be, well, first it's gonna have a font size of 15 pixels, and the p tag should have a, this is the p tag, it's gonna have a font size of 13 pixels. I think is enough. You know what, I think bottom 23 is not suitable. 33 is better. Now it looks more suitable. Now I'm gonna give it a line height of 2. No, it's too much. 1.5. So much better. Now because no, that's it. So let's continue styling with I think we are done with the text box. Now let's go for our price. So where is that price actually located? Under the tour text. So I'm going to select the class. Inside tours, tour item, there's a price, and this price should have a display of flex and justify content center, and it should have an align items of center, and justify content you should change it to a space between because we want to make them separated. So the price should stand at the left and these stars should stand at the right. But I think it looks ugly that they are attached to the edges and sides. So let's give them a padding 0 and 10 pixels from, or maybe 15 pixels from left and right. So it's now more it looks better. Now let's target this price and let's target the star and let's give it a color of E9B83 and 1. So now I made a mistake because I think, stars, I need to choose the stars and then I need to select the I tags. So that's it. So all you have to do, because they were inside a div with the class of stars and these I tags should have been gold. So that's it. Now let's go for cursor, pointer and hover. For hovering, let's select this tour item and let's hover the image inside the tour item. So when the user brings the mouse in the area of this tour item, the image should be hovered and the image should affect the image. So I'm gonna change the filter brightness of image to 100% and I'm going to give it a hue rotate of 45 degree. So now if I go inside that area, you can see that the color changes, but I want it to be done smoothly. So I'm gonna give image a transition of all ease in and out, and let's give it a 0.1 millisecond. So now it is more beautiful and smoother. And now let's go for the cursor pointer. So when the user comes into the area, the cursor changes. Now I want this text box to move a little to right when the user hovers. So again, I select these tour items, or this one maybe. I'm gonna come under this tour text, I'm gonna paste it, I'm gonna erase this one and this image. We say tour item when it is hovered, the tour text inside the inside this div should have a translate x 3 pixels. So when we go inside that, you can see that they move 3 pixels to right, but I want them to be smooth as well. And I'm going to copy this transition ease in out 1 millisecond, and I'm going to paste it right here. So now you can see that they move as we expected. And I need to mention that you're not gonna have to make it mobile responsive, because the grid, it is mobile responsive, so it is already mobile responsive. So if you shrink the page size, you see that it makes it smaller, and you see that it is so much beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked my video, please like and subscribe and support me with a simple comment. Thank you so much.